Me and my team gotta innovate. What's the point of living if you ain't living a dream? We live in a world where everybody.
What's up, guys? Today I'm gonna tell you 5 things that you probably did not know about The Division. Yes, indubitably, I know everything about The Division. I even have the entire game and narrative in document form. Every dog bark, every argument, every glass window that breaks, I have it. So you cannot tell me anything about The Division. If you say so, man. So let's count down the top 5 things that you probably did not know about The Division. Now, did you guys know that The Division is based on a real post-apocalyptic exercise done by the government in June of 2001 called The Dark Winter, which is based on a role-playing scenario where they use a small modified version of smallpox and a selected group of government officials to act out what would happen if some biological outbreak happened. Now, in this exercise, things fell apart really quickly, which revealed that our society is very fragile and could come to an end at any moment. Now, as a result of this exercise, George W. Bush signed a bill called Directive 51, which is in the Division game itself, and is basically a bill that would be used to protect and continue the livelihood of the government. Not us, just them. Seriously, just them. Now, this bill is classified, guys, which means that nobody knows what is actually in this bill. This welcomes the imagination of the creators and developers of the Division video game. They basically believe that if the shit ever hit the fan, the government has this bill called Directive 51 that would employ this team of elite agents to keep the government safe. Now, I'm gonna let you guys in on another secret that you probably did not know about the Division. Now, the developers and the writers left out the cinematic cutscenes on purpose. Yes, on purpose. Now, they felt like creating an environment so immersive would substitute for that heavy cinematic that you would see in your average video game. Now, in my opinion, they dropped the ball on that because a lot of people still appreciate the idea of having a good solid story mode and cinematics in any video game. Now, while you guys are roaming around the city, finding good weapons and looting people, I bet you guys did not know that the survival guides found throughout the entire game is based on a book called New York Collapse. Now, this book, New York Collapse, is basically a book full of survival guide tips and technique. It basically shows you how to survive a post-apocalyptic world, and it's really cool that the Division developers and writers implemented this book into the game via survival guides. Now, have you ever been roaming around in the city, minding your own business, and then all of a sudden you hear some crazy guy or some crazy lady yell at you out of the window? Well, it turns out this is a story within the game. Now, the game developers wanted to create a situation of people that are actually trapped in their homes and how they mentally deteriorate over time. They have no internet, no phones, no television. All they have is each other and the people that happen to come across while they're walking down on the streets. So they yell these obscenities at you because they're literally going batshit crazy. And that is a small story within the game that I think is cool, and I bet you didn't know. Now, I know there are some Division players out there that love to dive deep into the game. They want to find every cell phone, they want to find every survival guide, every echo. They're really interested in the game and want to find out as much as possible. And then you have the other players who simply want to stick to the main mission of the story and don't really want to dive too deep into the game, which is cool by me. I do it with some games myself, but this is for you. Now, did you guys know that there are a series of cell phone calls called Superman? It's basically about a man that believes that he can fly. There are cell phones around the map that shows the man saying that he can fly, why he can fly, and what happens after he attempts to fly. And it's really cool, it's really funny, and I think it's worth you guys checking out. And that's gonna be it for the 5 things that you probably did not know about Tom Clancy's The Division video game. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Don't forget to smash that like button, it helps out the channel a lot, and subscribe for future content. Until next time, guys, I'll see you in the next video.
Me and my team gotta innovate. What's the point of living if you ain't living a dream? We live in a world where